Let me down again, Threat. Here we are, Monday morning.
Ugh.
I'm actually going to be gone Wednesday, Thursday. So
No,
there you go.
I have to go to New York tomorrow. Actually,
Oh,
I don't know when I'm going to leave. I think I have to be there for noon. So,
hmm.
yeah, tomorrow might be kind of weird. Well, we'll see. Maybe we should figure. Well, let's not figure that out on the air.
Why not? If we do everything.
Yep.
So there was an interesting thing that happened over the past, I don't know, 72 hours, whatever. Google announced their Bard Ultimate Premium Ultra thing, whatever. And they showed various flavors of it. And they showed off
Gemini. I think you're talking about Gemini.
really awesome video where like a guy slides a piece of paper out, draws a duck, and Bard's like, that's a duck, after like, kind of drawing it all together. As it turns out, completely faked. Just not
Yeah.
even like,
I mean,
Yep.
to me, the most famous example of this kind of thing goes back to the Microsoft antitrust trial with Jim Altucher said they completely faked. Microsoft would have told you what they did was they edited it for time
mhm.
or whatever, but they faked it, and they got in a lot of trouble for that. In 2023, there's no excuse for that. In 2023, when you're Google with infinite money and it's AI, no excuse for that.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. So I don't know how to. You can't excuse it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I think I've got another an example that might maybe top the Microsoft one.
Okay.
Probably get some feedback on this.
All right.
Full self-driving
Yeah.
Tesla.
There you go. Right.
That was promised, I don't know how many years ago, and it's like, it's coming. It's still not here. They've even changed
Elizabeth
the language on
Holmes
some of their
and
stuff.
Theranos, right? I mean,
Oh,
this
Theranos is
the
yeah. Theranos might be
fake
even
it till
worse.
you make it. Yeah, jeez, it's incredible. This is not the day and age to be faking something like this.
Oh no, it's so easy to find out. Like it's
All they had to do is say pre-recorded, put a little thing at the bottom,
Mhm. But you know what? They Google was like, this is where we're going to be, not where we are. It's like, okay, well then, yeah.
The narrative, unfortunately for Google this year is not good because when Bing Chat happened back in February, the consensus, it's kind of a media-driven thing, but was that Google was kind of caught flat-footed. Now they have to catch up,
Mhm.
And Google's whole thing was like, "What are you talking about? We've been doing this for a decade. Like we have more AI stuff going on than anybody. So you wait, And I definitely believe that they're a force to be reckoned with in this space. I mean, I knew this day would come, sort of, not this exact day because I didn't think it was going to be this stupid, but I thought they would come out the gate and look great, and for them to do this kind of again, because they did that quick Bard thing, remember, right after chat or
Yep.
chat, and then why? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I will say, well, remember, I think when this was announced, I had seen a story just like days before that said they were probably going to delay this until next year.
Hmm.
And then they came out with it anyway. And I don't know if it was tied to, maybe it has something to do with, with the post OpenAI drama or
I don't really know.
yeah, it's hard to say, but it now has the vibe of we decided to go a little early because we felt the time was right and they just completely screwed it up. It's too bad.
Yeah. Well, Microsoft's got their own problems with various government agencies. I think the FTC, are looking at it too now. So
At the, what are they looking
OpenAI
at?
stuff.
OpenAI stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I think it really comes down to is like, what is an acquisition? Like if you buy up, like, is this just an acquisition just by not another name? So then it's, yeah.
Well, it's like hiding money,
Yeah.
in all the ways you can as a corporation or as a person. It does it meet the letter of the law? Does it meet the spirit of the law? Is this something new that is bypassing, looking for or creating a loophole of some kind? It is a weird arrangement.
It is. First, I don't know about first ever. I'm sure somebody can find some comparable, but it's unusual
Maybe.
at best. So
It's incredibly unusual, yeah.
it would be the penultimate hilarity if they actually had to unwind this somehow.
So if you think through this logically, though, don't you think the party that might be doing something wrong is not Microsoft, right? OpenAI created their structure the way it is. Microsoft wants representation on this board that can vote and whatever. Like it's
I don't
hard
think
to believe
OpenAI
that
is going to be the one who's
Well, but they're the ones who. But this might help prevent any issues for Microsoft. In other words, like this smaller company said, look, you can have a piece of us, sort of, but you can't have ownership stake, and you can't have a voting, like a decision making capability.
So
on the board.
there's one assumption you're making there that
Right.
is dangerous, is that
Right.
OpenAI came up with this structure.
Well, no. It doesn't matter who came up with it. Well, yeah.
I mean, if Microsoft
No,
is like
you're
behind
right.
the scenes, they're playing golf and like, hey, Sam, spin out this little thing. We'll buy all of it. And
There
then,
is right.
yeah.
I don't know. That seems far fetched because there is a yeah. I don't know. We don't know the whole internal state. You're right.
Right, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. No. As I was saying that, I was thinking that, but it seems so remote. Is Microsoft? God, are they that savvy? We can own it without owning it. We know antitrust would be a problem.
Satya's not incompetent. If there's a lot of words
No.
to describe him, but incompetent is not one of them.
Sure, he's not a slacker.
Yeah.
He's not always showing up like at 11 o'clock in the morning wearing a sweatshirt.
I mean, because
With,
they
like,
clearly
stains from the
knew that they
weekend.
couldn't buy them. And so they said, how can we give you more money?
Okay. No, you're talking me into this. It could that could be. Yeah, it could be. Could be.
My former Jim just texted me.
Okay. If they entered into a partnership with Microsoft where they don't actually have voting shares in the company.
No, but a year ago they doubled their pricing, and I was like, I'm out. Like I can do push-ups and sit-ups and run at my house, and that's what I've been doing is push-ups and sit-ups and planks and whatever at my house.
Do they want you back? Or
They do.
have
They said reactivate today, and I gonna text back. It's like, is it still? It was
Right.
when I signed up. It was $9 a month, which was super awesome. Like I'm totally on board with that. And then by the time I canceled, it was like $29 a month, and I was like, I'm not
Are
getting.
they owned by RCN? Because this is kind of their model.
I don't know whoever
Astound.
owns Crunch Fitness.
French. Okay. Yeah, I only pay $10 a month to go to the gym, but
Yeah. So what happened was we used to have another gym, like two large ones. There's a Planet Fitness nearby, but it's probably 15 minutes away. But there was another one, and Crunch came in. I went to the other one. I think they died as LA Fitness. I don't know what they were prior to that. They were something.
yeah.
Whatever. They were $20 a month. Crunch comes around, they're $10 a month. I'm like, all right, like I have no loyalty to where Iron is, so like I joined the other one. As soon as LA Fitness folded, then their prices went up to match what they were, and then they went up again. It's like,
Very nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $20 a month for my gym. I'm pretty sure I could get hepatitis just from walking in the door. This doesn't seem very clean.
No. Anyways, I got my pizza oven. That was exciting.
Yeah, I saw. So anything exciting come out of this, so to speak?
So I will tell everybody here. I ended up getting a really good deal on this thing because it had a dent in it. Like it showed up, and it had a dent.
Yeah.
And this grill was not oven, whatever the hell you want to call it. Wasn't cheap. Like not on sale. It's like $800. It's like and then it was on sale for like $619. And I will tell everybody here, if you go on their website. And it's
What's
like
the name of the company?
Well, you got to go to Barbecue Guys, which is apparently a very legitimate establishment. I'd never heard of this company before, but they're apparently very legitimate. Like they have a little chat thing. If you go in there and say, "Do you have any sales on this?" They will like immediately knock $50 off. So you do that, and then this thing shows up. Which, by the way, an 80-pound grill. The whole box was like 80 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
They like 3-dayed this on FedEx. Like it shipped on a Monday and it was here Thursday. Like they paid some serious money to be shipping things that large and that quick. Anyways, it shows up and get it set up, works great, whatever, spec'd it. And there's like a dent. It's not like so it's powder coated steel for anybody who's curious. And there's two layers. There's like an outer layer, then there's some insulation and then an inner dome. And so there's a dent on the outer whatever dome. There's no creasing in the powder coating, so I don't think it's going to rust or anything like that. And so I messaged them. I showed them. They're like, send us a picture. I sent them a picture. And they said, look, we'll send you another one. We'll have it there in 3 days or whatever, 2 days. Or we'll give you $150 off.
Nice.
And I was like, done, $150 off. And so my wife is like,
I mean, my God, just shipping that thing would have been awful for them. Like that would have been.
Exactly. Like, and at this point, the thing is so, not that $500 is not a lot of money, but like if I can get 3-4 years use out of this thing before it would start to rust, and I don't think it's going to rust. I'm keeping it covered and everything. It doesn't matter. So then I immediately without remorse, went out and bought a pizza cart for it because
Nice.
the pizza cart was how much, Paul? $200. So it was like,
yeah. Okay. Right.
which they actually had a Bass Pro Shop. And Paul, I got to tell you, here's some insight into my brain as a male. So
Yep.
you go into Bass Pro Shop. The cart is made by a company called Halo. It's not the same brand, but it works. It's stupidly good. If anybody's buying this thing, go get this Halo cart. They have it at Bass Pro Shop. It is on the second floor of Bass Pro Shop. Anybody who's been in a Bass Pro Shop, these things are huge. They're awesome places, but it's a huge place. So you go up to the second floor. I find this thing. I find a cart. And this is the male brain at work at its finest.
Yep.
I, Paul Thurrott, could not figure out how to get downstairs to the checkout with the cart, and the cart and the pizza cart in this thing. So I'm like, what in the hell am I
They must have an elevator in this building.
Maybe. I couldn't find it.
Okay, so how did you
And
get
so,
downstairs?
so I have two options here, Paul Thurrott. I can carry this thing on the escalator down.
Yep.
Or I can ask one of the fine people who work there where the elevator is. My option was to carry this thing down the escalator like a baboon, and that's what I did. Yep.
And how much does this thing weigh?
They're not stupidly heavy, but I mean, it's like
But
50
it's kind of
pounds.
big and yeah.
It's awkward. And so
There must be an elevator. They
to
have
answer the
just to
question
bring
of how long
goods
would I
and stuff
drive
in.
around lost before I asked for directions, the answer is a long time.
Oh, my answer is all the time. Whatever, until I run out of gas. I don't know. That would be my next question. Now I need the gas station.
Yeah. Anyway, so I then carried this thing to the counter and then carried it out to my car. Why? I don't know, but that's what I did.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
That's it.